And I want to thank Deputy Harkin for bringing this motion and give us an opportunity to speak on it. It's quite a comprehensive motion and it's calling on the government to do 9 things. And I'm going to zone in on just one of those in my limited time, and that's in relation to the EPSN Act, Education for Persons with Special Education Needs. First of all, I want to welcome that the government is not putting an amending motion, but in a sense I wish you were, because you've stood up, and I wonder, are we in 2 different worlds? And I pay tribute to the progress that has been made in reducing the teacher-pupil ratio and so on. But honestly, Minister, I'm not sure where we go with this type of dialogue or monologue, while welcoming the progress that has been made, because we're inundated with people coming into our offices. If I take that specific issue, looking for assessments, trying to get a C note, trying to get an assessment, not to mention trying to get services. And so what I'm zoning in on today, this was all to change, to stop this kind of tomfoolery back and forth. The Act was brought in 2004 to bring in the idea of inclusiveness, to stop zoning in on disability, but to make it an inclusive education for everyone. And that Act came in 2004, and 20 years later, I'll come back to the parts we haven't even enacted in that, but there's been no review of it. So rather than this Jack and Jill type of approach, you didn't refer to the review of that Act. And we have a Human Rights and Equality Commission who have a statutory mandate to keep under review the adequacy and effectiveness of our law and practice. And they've put in a report in relation to the review that's going now since 2001. And bear in mind, we're in 2021, I beg your pardon. And they've carried out a review, 80-something pages. And on page 15, we are concerned about the significant amount of time that has passed since the legislation was enacted and the announcement of a review, particularly as key aspects of the Act have not been fully implemented. And down below, they very helpfully tell us in a footnote, 3 to 13, 14 and specific subsections, right up to 38 and 39, have never been commenced. Further in that page, they tell us the state's normative practice of non-commencement of disability legislation or parts of disability legislation is concerning. There is a need for greater Oireachtas scrutiny, and we're doing that by these motions in our limited time as best we can. And it goes on and on and on in relation to the deficits that are there. And it talks about the acts and the parts that have not been implemented, and as a result then people have to go under the 2005 Disability Act. It talks about the inappropriateness of language, the misuse of language that's not fit in a modern world. It talks about updating that language. It talks about aligning our legislation with our national and international obligations. It talks about the obligation on us to sign the protocol that we've never signed, and the absence of any legal remedies when people that come into our office find themselves with no services. They have no place to go but to appeal to a TD. Page 46 again, sections 3 to 13 provide a sections 3 to 13 of the 2004 Act provide a statutory entitlement to an education assessment. Statutory entitlement. These provisions have never ever been commenced. Now, I could pick anything, but I've 1 minute, 20 seconds left. And I don't like this type of interaction. I wish we didn't have to do this. I wish this motion, actually, no, not a reflection on Deputy Harkin, that this motion was on the Special Education Needs Assessment Act that has never been reviewed, when the review will be completed, why it hasn't happened, and the consequences of that for children with disability, but equally importantly for children without disability, because the whole idea of that Act was that everybody would benefit from an inclusive education, and inclusive meaning inclusive in the best sense of the word, and that never has happened. So perhaps you can tell me, Minister, in your closing up speech, I'll be listening to my office, whether the steering committee has met again in relation to that review, why it has taken so long, and when will the new Act come into being, and will you learn from what we failed to learn up to now and put in a review into that? And I'm going home, as all TDs are on Friday, to our offices, and I can tell you top of my list is doing a letter again in desperation for somebody who's now managed to get the assessment of needs, but there are no services. Equally, I can think of somebody on an island who cannot get the services either. So that normative, inclusive process has never become a reality.
Thank you, Deputy.